We're back.
Hi friends! So we are back with our Disney cruise first time review. Let's give you some information about what we thought, because the videos were overwhelming. If you haven't watched our Disney cruise vlog from 2018, it was December of 2018, I will link the entire playlist of all 8 or 9 videos down below. We did a 7-night sailing. It was a very merry Christmas.
Yeah, it was a 7-night cruise around the holidays.
And it was out of Galveston, Texas. We went to Key West, Castaway Cay, and Nassau.
Yeah.
And it had 3 days in sea intermingled in there as well, right mid-December. It was our very first Disney cruise. It was on the Wonder. I guess starting with that is I'm glad we started on the Wonder. I'm glad we started on one of the smaller ships because we got lost kind of a lot the first few days, and there were certain places that we still couldn't figure out how to get to every once in a while, and I can't imagine doing it on an even bigger ship.
Yeah, even by the end we were like, all right, wait, what part of the ship do we have to be in to go down a floor and be here?
Yeah.
There were definitely some you can't get there from here type places.
And even though it was older, I know it went through a refurb somewhat recently, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, the style of the Wonder and all the Disney ships is just so classic and pretty, and I loved it. I liked that feel of somewhat old-timey cruise line, which we did a tour and that's what they said they were going for.
Yeah.
For the Disney ships, but I really loved it.
No, it wasn't elegant though. It wasn't like too much.
No,
I never
no.
felt like they were trying to be showy or anything. There were certainly places that were more decorated than others and like really nice chandeliers and things like that. But in general, just walking through the ship,
Yeah.
there was nothing that made me...
I didn't feel out of place anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think they did that
absolutely.
really well. They made it everybody's cruise. You know,
Yeah.
everybody can feel very at home.
That's our general idea of the ship. Let's start then with the room.
Yeah. Okay.
We were in room on the Wonder 2138. So we were very low on the ship and we were really, really far in the back. I think we were like 4 or 5 rooms from the very back of the ship. We had an ocean view standard, so just a porthole window, no balcony. Oh, I guess I should mention this too, is that we did book this cruise with a military discount. So this was the room that was available for the military discount. There were no other, military discounts on the other rooms. So this is just what...
Are there usually, or is it typical for like the standard rooms to be the ones that are just...
No, it just depends on the cruise. What I can say about the room was, size-wise, it was perfect for us. It is small, like, don't get me wrong, it's a small room, but for 2 people, it was fine. Oh man, I can't imagine fitting a family of 4 in there. With your stuff.
There's enough bed space, but yeah, that's the thing, is
It would
the
be so
stuff.
tight.
Yeah, is finding a place to put your things, 4 people's things,
Yeah.
and also have enough room to exist.
Also, watch the corner of the bed. We whacked our shins off the one corner of the bed probably a million times.
Yeah.
I had a bruise from the corner of the bed, so just be aware of that.
On the issue of stuff, though, I will say that they made good use of the space they have in there. There's a lot of places to put your things. And the cabinets, the drawers, you can slide your bags under the beds.
That's
They're
really
up off the
nice.
ground enough that you can slide your stuff under the bed.
Disney World is starting to adopt that
Yeah.
in their rooms. That was great. And it was nice. I just sort of used my luggage as a dirty hamper. I pulled everything out of it, and then as I wore clothes, I would just pull my bag out, throw the dirty stuff in, and then it was out of the way. So that was really nice. 2 bathrooms, which is unique on the Disney ships. One with a shower and a sink, one with a toilet and a sink. They're small, obviously, but it's nice to have the 2 so you can both get ready at the same time, or multiple people can get ready. The showers are short. So they're small. They're small showers. It is a tub technically, which I was surprised. I thought it would be like a stand-up walk-in.
Yeah.
But it was short. It was at the highest level I could get the shower head to. I was just under it. So, and I'm 5'8". So I can imagine someone 6'4" showering comfortably in there. I think that's an issue for tall people anyway, though, so you're probably used to it at this point. That's about everything with the room. I liked it. I liked our giant porthole. I liked seeing everything.
Yeah. They do the fun little towel animals. You get the chocolate on the bed.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty standard otherwise.
Yeah,
but
it was good. The beds were comfortable. Okay, I do have to mention this. The first night, you can see in our vlogs, it was insanely shaky. I don't know what it was about that first night because we had really rough seas coming back.
I don't think it was the seas. I don't think it was the
Was
ocean at all.
Something with the engine.
Yeah.
And everything in our room that wasn't tacked down, and even some of that stuff was vibrating, and you could hear it all.
Yeah, just rattling.
Yeah, I didn't sleep at all the first night. It was really, really rough. But
So that's one downside of being close to where the engines are.
yeah, and I've heard that. But again, we paid a lot less for that room than for, a room higher up. So I really couldn't complain about it. It was fine. And that went away after the first night, and I slept like a rock the last 6. So it was really good. On to what we were most excited about for the cruise, which was food and dining.
Yeah.
Disney has the rotational dining, so you go to one of the 3 restaurants on board every night. Your wait staff coming along with you. Mm-hmm. So on the Wonder, there's Triton's, Tiana's Place, and Animator's Palette.
I mean, there's other places to eat besides that, but those are like the dinner, lunch, breakfast, sit-down restaurants.
Yeah, absolutely. And in basically everywhere we went, the food was great.
Yeah.
I mean, some meals
most
were
nights,
just okay.
I would say most nights, the food that I got, I was very impressed by. And yeah, there were some things that I had that were like, it's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's tomato soup. Like, how impressive can it really be?
Yeah, definitely.
I was just impressed. Like, I kept in my head going, like, we're on a boat. And they're like cranking out food that's this good. For some reason, that's what impressed me about it.
And the quantity. I mean, to be completely honest, we both put on a little bit of weight from the cruise. A lot of it was water weight. That you ingest so much salt when you're on a cruise. Yeah. It's insane. It's also magic because the amount we drank, we never were hungover on the cruise.
I think it's the salt.
It has
to
be the salt.
You eat. I don't know. It was Disney magic though.
There was definitely some pixie dust sprinkled in that food
sure.
Because, man, but it was good. I enjoyed all of the restaurants. Animator's Palette and Tiana's were extra fun because there was always a little show, which Tiana's was a live jazz band, which they were great. And then Tiana would come and sing, and Lewis was there, and they'd say hello to everyone. So that was really fun. There were we limboed a couple times, I think, during dinner. And then I loved the shows at Animator's Palette. The first one where Sorcerer Mickey comes out, holy moly, I loved that. They pick songs and they play all these movie clips. Oh, it was so good.
And
the colors.
Yeah. What I thought was really cool about that specifically when Sorcerer Mickey came out is it's the theme from...
Yeah, it's the music from Fantasmic.
Yeah, and he does like the same
hand
motions that the Mickey in Fantasmic always does.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, it was so cool.
I loved that so much. So that was great. Triton's was it's the fancy restaurant on board, so nothing really special there. It's a pretty restaurant, but it was probably my least favorite.
Triton's is the fancy restaurant on board?
Well, Palo's the fancy restaurant, but of the 3, Triton's is the fancy. Yeah. It's just we never had formal night there, so it felt a little strange because we were never dressed up when we went there because our formal nights fell on different restaurants.
I was gonna say I never got the vibe in there that ooh, this is
no.
bougie.
I'm pretty sure I wore leggings one night.
Yeah.
So we also ate at Palo.
Yeah.
We did Palo brunch. It was. I ate myself sick at Palo.
People talk about food comas, but
we went back to the room and we took a nap.
And we don't
remember it.
Yeah. I don't normally nap. And for me to eat food and then my body just be like, you gotta go to sleep. And we gotta work on this for a while. But it was so good.
Oh my gosh.
I would not recommend the fish mousse. That didn't need to happen. That shouldn't exist. Get
the chicken parmesan. I know everyone says it. I made chicken parmesan a couple weeks ago and I was like, this is so bad. It just wasn't good. And I'll never eat chicken parmesan the same way again. But Palo is an upcharge, of course, but it's well worth it. It was $30 a person when we went. I while we were on the
40
cruise,
now.
it actually had gone up to 40, but since we booked it before the upcharge.
Still worth it at 40.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. So good. I'm sure dinner is just as good. The
Yeah.
service was amazing in all of the restaurants.
Yeah, of course. I never had a bad thing to say about any of the wait staff in any restaurant we went to there.
They were phenomenal.
Yeah.
The way they de-shelled my lobster on lobster night, he just came out of nowhere, whacked my lobster, the shell was gone.
Don't use the words whacked my lobster.
Yeah, the wait staff was amazing.
Yeah, they were really, really good. And just so into it. The little things like the puzzles that at least our waiter would have us do.
Yeah, and our waiter had a recommend, though he always had something to recommend, which I love that he had tried everything, you know, so he could tell us what he liked.
And he was honest about it too. He'd be like, a lot of people say they don't like this so much.
That
Like,
was so great.
And they don't have to push their food because you're gonna eat it. You're gonna eat something there. You're not paying for it. You can have as much of whatever as you want. So there's no incentive to like talk up the food. So they're really honest. They're like, a lot of people say they don't like this about this dish. So if you're gonna get it, I would recommend getting it without this or getting it with this.
Yeah,
and
it was great. That was wonderful. So, I mean, I know they said we would be spoiled doing a Disney. It was not our first cruise, but as adults, this was our first cruise as adults, and I know that if we ever cruise on another cruise line again, we won't experience that because everything was so special and great. And when I sat down, he was like, "Hello, Taylor." He knew my name before I was even there, which just
pretty cool.
It was amazing. So that was great. All of the little like quick service, so cabanas, all of the places around the pool. We did cabanas a couple times. We grabbed.
I thought that was the okay food.
Yeah,
that
cabanas was just like, okay. I know people love it, but it was fine for breakfast.
Yeah.
I really liked the options. There are a lot of options.
Yeah,
and they switch it up. They switch up flavors and things, so that was nice. And the wait staff's all great up there too. We'd be going to get our coffee. We're like, "Oh, do you want us to get coffee for you?" And we're like, we can get it, thanks. It's 7:00 in the morning. Like, oh, you're so friendly, but they were wonderful. Yeah, but it was good. The little quick services around the pool and stuff, they're okay. The ice cream was awesome.
You don't have a whole lot of interaction with those people though. At Pinocchio's.
No, I was just talking about like the food. It was.
Oh, the quality.
Yeah. It was quick.
The pizza at Pinocchio is just like, it's good pizza, but it's pizza that's meant to be pushed out as fast as it possibly can. You can tell, it's just the rest is like fries and sandwiches and whatever. It's easy food to make quick, and it tastes like it.
We also ordered room service a couple times, and it was fast. We got to us pretty fast. It was cheese.
Yeah, I think both
we
times
got a sandwich
it was like
once.
cheese and crackers. So.
I think we got like, it was good though, and it's included, but you have to tip, so we would tip a couple dollars for each item, and it was nice to have like something to snack on. We had the late dining, so we were usually hungry while we were getting ready because that's the time we normally ate dinner at home, so it took a little bit of getting used to. So along those lines, we will talk about the service. We talked about our dining staff and how just phenomenal they were, but everyone else was wonderful too. We were very fond of the pool bar in the adult section area. We were very fond of the staff there, the bartenders and the roaming servers.
Roaming bartenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, they were calling him sir and me ma'am, and then it turned into...
we got Mr. and Mrs. Volpe a lot. Sir Volpe at one point, I think.
Yeah, so we
knighted.
were fancy, and they were nice. They didn't even need our cards by the end. They just knew our numbers. We ordered a lot to drink, and everyone was really knowledgeable too, and so friendly, and just the stuff I saw them do, like reaching down so close to the pool to serve the people in the pool, and it's not an easy configuration for them to work around, and serving people up in the jacuzzis, and coming around offering flavored water.
Absolutely went out of their way to make drinking as easy as possible.
Definitely. They were
because you pay for the alcohol, and they make money on the tips.
That was great though.
Yeah.
The only people that weren't great, and obviously not Disney's fault because they are not Disney cast members or the photographers. Some of them were just so unfriendly.
Well, comparatively.
Comparatively, yes. That
anywhere else in the professional world, if I got that level of service from a photographer,
I'd be like, all right.
I'd be like, okay, that's the expected level of service. But yeah, compared to all the other Disney cast members,
they're not as good as the photographers in Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
They like will take your 2 pictures and move along. They're not snapping candids of you with the characters, and there's none of that. So
yeah, if you want your picture taken, you got to go seek someone out.
Honestly,
there's nobody walking around with a camera.
I paid for the photo package, which was very expensive, and I'm glad I did, especially because it was our first cruise, and I'm glad I have the photos. I don't think I would pay for it again. I would just have the attendant, honestly, just take a picture with my camera. Because a lot of them held the camera and recorded for us, and I could pull stills from the recordings and use them as pictures way better than like what the photographers got. So
yeah, it was like you said, I'm glad we have the pictures, but now I kind of feel like we don't need to do it again.
No,
do what you said. Give them your camera and say, here, take a picture of
yeah,
this.
absolutely. I don't think I would do the photo package again, but I'm glad we have them. So let's talk about Castaway Cay. We had pretty bad weather.
Yeah, it was not a great Castaway Cay day.
When we got there, it was okay. And then the weather turned bad, and it was so windy.
It was cold.
And rainy.
Yep.
And
overcast.
It was cold. We went in December, I know, but it was cold.
We were like wrapping ourselves up with the towels trying to stay warm. You don't expect it, you know, when you go to like a...
Well, and the day before in Florida had been so beautiful and warm.
Yeah.
So we were like ready for a beautiful warm Castaway day, and it wasn't. Again, not Disney's fault. We did some walking. We didn't run a bike or anything, but we walked quite a bit. Nicest pass. We spent probably half our time at Serenity Bay, the adult-only area, and I don't know, I wasn't blown away by it. I know I said this in the vlogs, but I see what they were doing to make like a quiet adult-only, but it was just a beach with a pretty beach with chairs and a pool bar.
I feel like the unpopular opinion of the century is about to come out of my mouth right now, but I thought Castaway was just meh. Like I didn't think it was any better than Nassau.
It was better than Nassau.
Well, the people were different.
Yeah.
it's you know.
I think that
it's just a beach.
If we were to go back, I would do something there. I would do a stingray thing or boat or jet ski. I heard the jet skiing is really fun. I would do something there. I don't think I would go to the adult side. Maybe for lunch I would go to the adult side just to avoid the rush of the kids at lunch.
From people a little bit.
But and that being said, everyone's like, oh, lunch at Serenity Bay, it's so good. It wasn't that good. Maybe we had an off day because of the weather. Sorry, we had to reset the camera there.
Yeah.
So anyway, maybe they were having a bad day because of the weather, but the food just wasn't that good. He asked for a hamburger twice, never got one, and it just, I don't know. I think we had an off Castaway day because by the time you went and got your snorkeling stuff and I had a drink and we were having more fun. And the sun was out and it was prettier, and I think a lot of people had gone back to the boat because the weather was bad earlier, so I enjoyed the second half of the day. We also hadn't ever been to a beach together, so we may have just discovered that we don't really enjoy the beach that much. I hate sand. Funny story, I told my mom that. I was like, I hate sand. She's like, you've always hated sand. Apparently the first time they took me to a beach, they kept trying to put me down, and I would like lift my feet up because I refused to touch the sand. So I don't think we're beach people.
It's not my favorite kind of dirt.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful island. Beautiful blue water. You can get that other places. The lack of people is nice because it's only your boat.
What I would say is know what kind of person you are if you're going to go on a cruise that takes you to Castaway, because you can have 2 experiences on Castaway. Silence, and that's it at the adult side, because there's nothing to do there other than sit and relax. And if you are the type of person whose ideal day at a beach is sitting and watching the waves, then yeah, the adults only area is the place to go because there's food there, there's a bar there, like, you know, you can eat, drink, and watch the beach all day. Or if you're the type of person who's like, I want to snorkel and I want to do excursions, then just stay where everybody else is.
Yeah.
There's more food, there's more bars, there's a pretty cool snorkeling area. Like, I will say the snorkeling was neat. Mm-hmm. Those fish did not care. And they were so used to people.
I heard so many people yell, "Turtle, turtle, it's a turtle, it's a turtle."
So yeah, just know what you're going for.
Yeah.
And go to the appropriate place. We did both, and I thought I was the kind of person who just wanted to do nothing but sit and relax, and turns out I like having fun.
I think I would have liked to sit and relax, but it was too cold.
Yeah, when we tried to do it.
So, I don't know. I hopefully someday we can go back and try again on a warmer day. Moving on, obviously it was just us that went, so we spent a lot of time in the adult-only areas of the ship.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time at the adult-only pool. On days that you're at sea, you want to get there early to make sure you get a spot that you want, either in the sun or out of the sun, depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah, they do definitely
It did fill up. Yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty quiet.
Where, at the adult only?
Yeah. I saw and read complaints like, oh, there were always kids in the adult only area. Kids would walk through or be like, hey mom, I'm gonna do this, you know, but there weren't like kids in the pool or...
Yeah, I thought they did a pretty good job of keeping the kids. There were a few times, I mean, yeah, I'll be honest, there were a few times when, like, parents would bring their kids with them to the bar in the adult only area to get a drink, but then they just
it
walk
wasn't
on, you know, it's not like the kids were jumping in the jacuzzi and stuff.
So I thought that was pretty good. We also spent quite a bit of time at the Cove Cafe.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was nice. I think they got to know you in there too. The coffee's good. It is an upcharge, of course, but it was good.
And the little like foam designs that they put on top are
God,
so cool.
I want one of those machines.
I want one of those machines.
It was so cool. And they have snacks and stuff that you can go in there at any time. This is breakfasty stuff in the morning and afternoon, and then we never really went in the evening to see they had like meats and cheeses, I think, but
yeah, we usually doing other things at that point.
And then we also spent some time in the adult only areas, the bars and lounges. Those are only adult only in the evenings. I think 9 o'clock on is when they become adult only. So they host.
Did not know that.
Yeah, because Bingo was in there, and that was full of kids. So
yeah. Well, I didn't know there was a specific time when it became adult only.
Yeah. You could see shows, game shows, different things. The pianist would play in the one bar. The Crown and Fin always had sports on a million times. There's trivia, that sort of thing. I always enjoyed it. The shows were fun, funny. It gets busy in there though, so
it does.
Get a seat if you want to do that. It sometimes was hard for us because we had the late dining, so we would have to run over to the shows if we wanted to see them. So something to take into consideration. I wouldn't change that. I like late dining though.
Yeah, it was a good way to do it if you don't mind eating later, because then, you know, if you ate earlier but wanted to go to some of those later things, there's like that weird few hours in between where it's like, well, you can't really go to the pool because it's dark and windy and cold out now.
I guess it's different if you go in the summer.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
We also did some non-adult only activities. So we did like a drawing class, some trivia, game shows and stuff, and they were always really fun.
The team that is dedicated to making sure you're entertained.
They were great.
Yeah.
They were so funny.
Funny, just personable.
Their personalities are so big, and
one of them photobombed our vlog.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, but just fun people.
So get to know them because they really make the experience special.
Yeah.
And then I guess one of the last things we can talk about is all of the other shows and entertainment. So the Broadway style shows, the Pirate Night, the Sailing Away Party. So the Sailing Away Party is the first day you get on the boat. It's a little like, yay, you're going on a cruise, let's have fun. Oh my gosh, so cute.
Very cute. And well done too. It's like it's going on and they have lots of things to distract you from the fact that your boat just shoved off
and you're
shore,
moving.
Like, before you know it, you're like, oh wow, we are we're doing this.
It was freezing, ours.
It was cold.
45
It was really
degrees.
windy.
It was so cold.
Yeah.
We had so much fun though.
Yeah.
It's so cute, and you get to hear the horn for the first time, which is so special. Or unless you're Jake and you just miss it completely.
Yeah, I swear I didn't hear it.
It's in the video.
I know, it happened. I watched it happen. I'm the one holding the camera when it happens, but I didn't hear it happen.
That's so funny.
I don't know.
But that was great. I loved that. Similarly, Pirate Night, there is the stage show and then the fireworks. Everyone is there. I think everyone goes to Pirate Night.
I was very busy.
We almost got in a fist fight with the family. So, oh man, people are the worst. But it was also very cute, and they involve the kids and the dads and then of course the characters and the fireworks, which I think in the video of Pirate Night you can hear me say, we're in the middle of the ocean right now as I'm watching the fireworks, because I was just blown away by the fact that we were in the middle of the ocean and there were fireworks.
Yeah. And don't be worried about dressing up for Pirate Night. Be like, oh, should I do it? I don't know. Like, everybody does it.
Go all
and
out.
some people go real hard.
Yeah.
So
everyone was dressed up. It was so cool.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
That was neat.
I loved that. It was really, really cool. We also did a lot of character meet and greets.
Mm-hmm.
They were always fun. Compared to any line you're going to see in Disney World, Disneyland, the lines are so short.
Yeah, right.
You just like, some of them we were literally just, oh, there's a character.
Let's go meet
Let's
them.
go meet them.
Yeah.
And be in and out in a minute. It was so great.
I felt like we never waited very long to meet a character.
I think Captain America was the only one we went, and that's because he took his time with every single person.
Yeah.
He was like chatting with everyone. But everyone else, it was so fast. It's not a ton of characters. You know,
Yeah,
it's
right.
gonna be the same 7 to 10 every night.
Yeah, you meet Goofy in all of his
All of the
costumes,
outfits.
and
As a
that's kind of
pirate,
it.
in his formal wear, normal, sailor gear. So, yeah, it's really cool if you like the Fab Five and the Sensational Six and stuff, because you see them a lot. But great, as always. I mean, so we got to lay on the floor with Goofy, so you can't really beat that. And then, of course, there are the shows in the evening. So when we were there, there were 3 Broadway-style shows, which I think most cruises have. There were 3 individual performers. I think on ours there was a juggler comedian, who we loved. Mm-hmm. There was a magician and a ventriloquist, who we didn't see. So that one we don't know. There were 3 Broadway-style shows, which were on The Wonder. It was The Golden Mickeys, Dreams, and Frozen. And then one of the nights was, they just showed, I think, Mary Poppins in the big theater.
Oh, yeah.
You could go see, because Mary Poppins Returns came out while we were on the cruise.
Yeah. I don't know what that would have been if Mary Poppins...
Yeah, I think it was going to be like Wreck-It Ralph. I think they just sometime on the longer cruises just show a movie for one of the nights. So we saw all 3 shows and 2 of the individual performers. Individual performers were good. We loved the juggler comedian. He was hysterical. The magician was cheesy but good. And then the Broadway style shows just were so good. It was so good. Frozen was amazing.
Yeah.
I
think I talked about it in the vlog, and I'll talk about it forever. That was just
the effects, the singing. The woman that played
Great
Elsa
vocalist.
was just so good. There was like some puppeteer work in it.
Such a mechanically complex show.
On a moving ship.
On a boat. And I will say that was one of the choppier nights too. Mm-hmm. So...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything was so good. I got to play a drum in one of the shows. It came up, I played a drum. That was really cool. Yeah. So definitely, if you go see those shows, you can just see the love and the work they put into them, and they are so great. And then I guess I'm just to mention that we did a little bit of shopping. So on the Wonder, there were 3 merch locations, 2 right across from each other, and then 1 by Crown and Finn. It's not a ton of merchandise.
No,
and I got my Spirit jersey. Jake bought me a Alex Nani cruise bracelet. I don't know. You don't need to spend. You don't have to worry about spending a lot of time shopping.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it.
No.
I felt like I understand that it's a Disney cruise. It's not like you can go to Disney World and buy Disney Cruise Line products.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a lot.
No, it wasn't a lot, which is good.
Yeah, you go in and it's like, do I want a Disney Cruise Line bracelet or not? No. All right, moving on.
Yeah. So if you like that stuff, if you want to collect that stuff, and the prices are comparable to Walt Disney World, so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's pretty much our experience on the cruise. So let's rate it. Let's say 1 to 10. 10 being the best vacation you've ever taken. You want to do it a million times again in the future. 1 being, oh my God, get me off this boat.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you rank it?
It's the best vacation I've been on so far.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really? More so than Disney World?
Yeah.
It's so hard to compare them.
Yeah, it is hard to compare them. And people told us, like, you never want to go back to Disney World after this. And I disagree.
It's not true. I actually want to go back to Disney more.
And do it differently.
Yes.
I want to do Disney World like how we did the cruise.
Yes. We really enjoyed the relaxation time on the cruise, which we have never really done in Disney before.
It's a marathon when we go to Disney World.
So I would rank it. Oh, it's so hard.
It's a 10 for me. That's easy.
Wow.
Because it's the best vacation I've ever been on.
So I'm going to rank it an 8. I'm going to rank it an 8 because since it was my first Disney cruise, I think I would approach Disney cruises in the future a little bit differently and knowing what to expect.
What would you do different? Like, what are the biggest things that had you known you would do different?
I would do excursions.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do any excursions. I would save up a little bit more money to do some excursions. And I would spend more time by the pool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, we spent a lot of time by the pool.
I would probably drink more fruity drinks too. I don't think I drank enough fruity drinks while I was there.
Mm.
I was so worried about being hungover, and then I never got hungover.
It never happened.
I know.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. It was amazing, but that you'll never want to go back to Disney World again is not true. I am even more excited for my next Disney World trip, which
Oh, yeah.
will be coming. We officially have our next trip booked
Yep.
for this year. Not for a little while.
Yeah. It's, we like to go in the fall, so it'll be roundabouts that time again.
Yes, but we will of course keep you updated. That being said, obviously our cruise vlogs are done and we don't have anything more. So what do you guys want to see? Do you want us to go back to our Disney test kitchen vlogs or videos?
Those
were fun.
Those were a thing.
What else do you want to see from us? Let us
Yeah.
know. And
Tell us what kind of Disney magic you want to see in our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so excited to share our future vacations with you, especially this one coming up because it's going to be extra special.
Is it?
Yeah. It's not just Disney. I mean, it's mostly Disney. Don't get us wrong.
I would
It's like
say
95%
on a scale from 1 to 10, it's 90% Disney. Or
Yeah,
that's
it's
not how
actually
that
like
scale
Candy
works. on a percentage-based scale with the bell curve placed roughly. No, yeah, on a scale from 1 to 10, it's 9 out of 10 days Disney.
But so make sure you stay subscribed so you can see all of our future endeavors, be them cooking, other stuff, and of course Disney.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for watching our vlogs. So I really hope you enjoyed the cruise vlogs. I know they were a little different because it was new to us, so we were sort of taking it all in, learning how to cruise. But we hope you enjoyed them because we enjoyed sharing them with you.
Yeah.
And until next time, stay magical. And I'm sure you all want to see Penny. Say hi, Penny. She's our big girl.
Adorable.
You're a good girl. Mwah.